types to use both while writing or sorry. Oh, that is painful.
Tomorrow is a big
Yeah. But I think it's because of a flu.
I had to let some
You have to like take some paracetamols maybe. Anyway.
I do like paracetamol on my food.
Well, you have to know. Okay, one of them. Choose your email subject carefully. Choose your email subject carefully. Choose your email subject carefully. Subject is very important, especially to a busy place. You can write a subject and the person who wants to read your email will read the subject, get bored and throw away the email and continue to other emails because he doesn't have time. Okay? So according to how you write your subject, it attracts the reader. It has to attract the reader. Ensure it is straight to the point. And something to avoid. Avoid writing, when you're writing this, avoid writing urgent on your subject. Don't write the word urgent. Don't write the word important. Especially if it is formal. So if it is formal, never write the word important or urgent on your subject. But if it is informal, it is okay. That is informal. But formal, don't use the word urgent or important. Don't use these two on your subject. Okay? Number 2, address your email recipient correctly. Address your email recipient correctly. Recipient. Sorry. Recipient correctly. Address your email recipient correctly. Now, your address to someone, it sets the tone of the email. If it is a formal email and I say, hi Dan, and that is my boss, he's not going to take me seriously and he's not going to think like I respect him, right? If it is formal. But if it is informal and I say, hi Dan, it is okay. So you have to remember how you address the person, the recipient, it means the person receiving the email, correctly. Dear Mr. Daniel. It sets a tone. Okay? So it sets a good tone, a good mood. It sets him on a good mood. But if your boss receives your email and you say, hi Daniel, how are you? What is wrong with this person? They will think you don't know, like they are above you, according to them, okay? So it will give them a bad mood. But if you write correctly, it will give them a good mood to even read more about what you want. But if you give them a bad mood, no more reading. Number 3, introduce the email body on a good note. You have to introduce the email body on a good note. Introduce the email body on a good note. We say the email body is the part where if you're writing an email, you ask yourself the questions of why, right? And the email body when you're responding is when you're responding, when you're saying, giving the response to the person, right? So, introduce the email body on a good note. Now, a response is better if you start with a compliment, like, thanks for the sweet, for the good response. Thanks for the good email. Thanks for writing me an email. I acknowledge that you emailed me. See? So when you start like that, they say, oh, this is nice. Okay? So when you set it on a good note, it is going to give you a flow. Now, as I said earlier, don't respond to a rude email immediately. If it is rude, wait a minute, think about it, calm down, and then you can respond. But for this, you have to also introduce yourself warmly. Now, to some emails, when you're writing to someone, like informal, who doesn't know you before, you have to introduce yourself. So you have to do it in a warm way, so, to a point where that person would think, I already know this person. Not, my name is Judy. Thank you for meeting you. This is not introduction, right?
Yeah.
But if I say, hello, my name is Judy. I work at Tesaban Municipal School. I come from Kenya. I met you last summer in Bangkok at this place. So, oh, I remember this person. Even if they don't remember your face, they kind of get to know you because of how warm your conversation on the email is. Okay, so that is important. So number 4 is always acknowledge the recipient email. Now this happens mostly on response email. Acknowledge email. So this one you will use on the response emails. You know, when you're responding to an email, you start by acknowledging it. Thank you for the last email. Thank you for this and this. Right? So this is something that is really important when you're writing an email. Now, when you're acknowledging, make sure the reader knows that you have seen the email. So this one, it's good to make the reader know that you have seen the email. Let the reader know that you have seen the email. Now, in this case, sometimes you have seen the email, but you don't have time to respond to all the details, or you have a lot of emails to respond to at that point, and you need more time before you reply to this email. You can write a small email, okay, to respond to them, and you can start by dear. You can start with like, dear Mr. Smith, or hello Mr. Smith. You use hello, remember, when you have a relationship with that person. If not, don't use it. Thanks for the swift response. You can say thanks for the swift response. Thanks for the swift response. I shall get back to you shortly. I shall get back to you shortly. And then after that, you sign off you can say sincerely, Judy. So you can write like that. If you don't have time to immediately respond to every detail of an email and you need more time, or you have a lot of emails to respond to and you think this will be one of your last, or maybe you respond to it next week, just to make sure that that person knows that you saw the email, you can write them a small email saying that you actually saw the email and say, dear Mr. C, thanks for the sweet letter, or thanks for the email, the response to the email. I shall get back to you shortly. And they know, okay, you saw the email, and they wait until you have time to actually respond to the main email, okay? Number 5. Answer all the questions. Number 5, you have to answer all the questions. Number 5, you have to answer to all the questions. Number 5, answer all. Answer all the questions. Answer all the questions and anticipate. Other questions. Like, you can ask all these questions and then say, if you have more questions, please feel free or don't hesitate to ask. Yeah. So answer all the questions and anticipate other questions. Now, as we said about the questions, when you're writing about questions, make sure it's a short paragraph and each question has its own paragraph. Okay, so first question, own paragraph. Second question, own paragraph. Don't write all of them in one paragraph. Each question, its own paragraph. And when you're writing, the response to the question, make sure you quote where it is. Like, you can say, from example, from question 3, we would like this, quoting. You know, quote. You understand the word quote? Example, if I ask question 1, what do you do? Three, where? 2, where? 3, why? Now, if I answer 1, 2, and then when I'm answering paragraph 3, I will say, and you say why. I like teaching because it educates me more about people. It educates me about people, life, and making change. And making change to other human beings for a lifetime. Now, this is my response to question 3, right? So how you quote it is by saying according, so that he knows which response it is, right? I am a teacher. Let me respond to 1. What do you do? I I'm a teacher at Mahimson Municipality School at Muang City. So that is question 2, right? According to question 3. So, note, this will be my first paragraph. Sorry, I don't have a lot of space, but this will be my first paragraph, and then this is my second. Okay? So when I'm writing at Muang City, I will say where it, because she asked where, I would say the location. It is located at, I would write a lot. It is located at, with 2 sentences. It is located at Muang City, opposite the Anuban 1, Anuban 2, Kindergarten 2 school, municipality school, and then I will write according, the next paragraph is according to question 3. So when you say according to question 3, I am quoting, I am quoting the email, his email. So this is his email. So I am quoting his email by saying according to question 3. I like teaching because, you understand the meaning of quote? Yeah? Okay. So, in this case, you would quote some of this, but if you want to, if you don't want to, you just make sure you paragraph your question according to question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you go like 1, 3, 4, 5, you can actually quote and say, this is question according to question 1, according to question 3, according to question 5, and instead, but if you want to arrange it as 1, 2, 3, 4, it's okay too. Okay? Yep. Number 6. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, straight, to the point. I think I've said this a lot of times. Keep it simple and straight to the point. Now, when you keep it simple and straight to the point, remember to do something. Remember to read your email before sending. Before sending. Read your email before sending. Because once you send and you have not read, you cannot change it. You have already sent it. So make sure you read before sending. Check your grammatical errors. Check your grammatical errors. Check your grammatical errors. Remember, don't use abbreviations in a formal letter. Okay? So this we talked about yesterday. Don't use abbreviations. Oh, and number 7. Conclude the body of your email intentionally. Conclude the body of your email intentionally. Like example, when you're finishing the email, the conclusion you write, I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to your reply. So the ending is intentional. Now, number 8, the sign off is important. The sign off is important. Number 8, the sign off is important. Number 8, sign off. The sign off is important. Now, why am I saying it is important? It reflects your personality. Reflects your personality. The sign-off is important. It reflects your personality. Now, when it is informal, you write yours faithfully, yours lovely, yours. You write all these things. Okay? But in a professional one, you write according to your personality. Yours sincerely. Regards. Something professional. Best regards. Warm regards. Sincerely. Yours truly. Because you have to portray a good personality to the reader. Okay? Number 9, and the last one. Use a professional email signature. Use a professional email signature. Now, this shows the professionalism. Shows the professionalism of the email. It shows the professionalism of the email too. It's a major contact tool. It's a major contact tool. Now, yesterday we said when you're writing your sign off, you say regards and name. Now, if you're working for a company, this would change. If you're working for a company, this would change. Now, you would write, some companies do write name, okay, position, name, position you are, email, okay, and the number. Now, this is either if you're working for a company, a big company, so they will write Mr. Smith, regards, Mr. Smith, manager, smith.gmail.com plus 0205788943. See difference? So this is company sign off. This is your own sign off if you're writing from a member in your company. But if you're writing for a member from another company, this is what you'll do. So regards, Mr. Nakon, English teacher, your email and your number. Okay? So it is professionalism and it is a major contact tool. So those people, if they want to talk to you and in your email you didn't include your number inside the body of the email, then they can come back to your sign off, check your email, check your number, and they call you back instead of emailing you. Okay?